Can you see my grapes? I have grapes on the table too.
You said they disappeared.
Do they disappear because they're green?
Yes.
I'm your host, BKP. You know what? Let's tell the people how they can call me. 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. You can call anytime. Anytime you can give us a call. And let me see here. I usually do this during the break. Got a lot going on here at FetchYourNews.com. I had to take... there's three Russian the three CNN staffers over the botched Russian report. They are on their way out, right? And CNN, I find that hard to believe that CNN actually has reporters that think the Russian, it's just a bunch of BS, right? Okay, Illinois. Now, the reason I bring this up because, and I want to stay on this, if you were watching this show a year ago, over a year ago, I really promise this, okay, without a sound of arrogance, okay, I promise this, we're ahead of things here on the show because we do from time to time do stories that are a year in advance. Exactly. And last year, over a year ago, when I did some of these stories, Sam was not with us, and we were not able to go into the archives and pull up some, some keywords and some tag words and try to find certain things that we're now doing a better job at. Tagging things so where we can go back later and pull some tape when necessary to play, not so much when I'm correct, but when I'm correct. So these stories I do a year in advance. Puerto Rico, for those out there that's been here a couple years, remember that? I kept telling you over and over. Puerto Rico was going to file bankruptcy, right? You remember they put Puerto Rico was going to file bankruptcy over and over. Could not pay their creditors. Were going to default on their bond payments. And at the time we talked about Puerto Rico, I said, when will the first state file bankruptcy? Now, Puerto Rico is a territory. We don't have time to go into everything, all the legalities of the difference between a territory and a state. They pass resolution after resolution in Puerto Rico, okay? They pass resolution after resolution in Puerto Rico, demanding statehood in the United States, in the U.S., in our republic, and we haven't given it to them. We just keep sending the money. So they can't pay the bond payments. So I said a year ago, if you watch this show, Illinois, when will we deal with the states? So in 2016, was it 2016? Yeah, 2016, the Illinois state legislative session ended. And I came to you that morning and I said, folks, they don't have a budget. I said that day, I said, folks, is anybody paying attention that the state of Illinois has ended their legislative session and did not pass a general maintenance day-to-day budget to pay the bills? Just left. And they did a continuing spending, so just spend at the rate you're spending. That was a year ago. We talked about it. Okay, now, the media is more interested in Russia. But folks, let me tell you something. This is coming down the pike. This is the things that you need to watch out. Okay? Let me go to this first story I have here. Okay? Thought it would open. New Jersey? What about New Jersey? Another report shows New Jersey has worst public pension debt in U.S. Another study has found the state of New Jersey public pension system is in the worst shape of any state in the nation. The state's pension woes helped boost how much money public pension systems across the U.S. have on hand versus how much they need to pay for future benefits to $1.1 trillion in 2015. 1.1 trillion. The figure known as the unfunded liability may hit 1.3 trillion in 2016. Okay? 1.3 trillion, okay, in unfunded, this is nationally, okay? The U.S. has 1.3 trillion, that was in 2016, is the estimate of unfunded pension liabilities. Benefit liabilities, unfunded, can't be paid, will not be paid, will not be paid. Won't happen. Unfunded. What are we going to do? You remember the crisis on Wall Street. Okay? The crisis on Wall Street, folks, I don't want to say only took, whew, boy, is this hard to say. That only took King Henry Paulson and George Bush and Barack Obama, what, 800 billion? Was it 800 billion? Right close. It was 800 billion, was it not? The TARP, Troubled Asset Relief Program. Oh my God, let's say Troubled Asset Relief Program, TARP. 880 billion or something, King Henry said, or the you remember all the big banks were collapsing and banks in your neighborhood were collapsing and mortgages and foreclosures. Remember that? Seems like it was just 2009, 10, 11. Seems like it was just yesterday, right? 2008. Remember, it caused the auto industry to collapse. Not it caused it, but, you know, the auto, remember all that? Just what, 2008, 9, and we're only in 17. And we have 1.3 trillion estimated of unfunded benefits that cannot be paid, will not be paid. Pension plans in 50 states. Pension plans in 50 states added $157 billion in new unfunded liabilities from 2014 to 2015. Though much of the increase was driven by the notorious unstable pension funds in just 5 states. 5 states. New Jersey, Illinois, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. In 2014 and 2015, the year Pew reviewed, New Jersey's pension debt rose from $113.1 billion to $135.7 billion. I mean, Bloomberg News, this goes back to Bloomberg News, this goes back to November 2nd, 2016. New Jersey tops Illinois as state with worse off pension system. Worse off. New Jersey became the state that with the worst funded public pension system in the United States in 2015, followed closely by Kentucky and Illinois. The Garden State held $135.7 billion less than it needed to cover all the benefits that it had promised. You see, you hear Illinois, okay? I can't get this to open, man. Where's it at? Hold on. I wanted to get this one article out. Stay with me, folks. Stay with me. I wanted to get this one article I was looking at earlier, and I'm not able to get it to open right now. And it was just here. It said Illinois. I can't. There you go. Illinois is Venezuela, and the solution is cryptocurrency. Holy smokes. The reason I'm so much fun at parties is that my ideal of a good time is to lecture everyone on cryptocurrency. I could pretty much talk Bitcoin and blockchain with, let's see, Illinois is broke. They left. Illinois, they left and went home, and the only thing they know to do is to continue to raise taxes. Business has left Illinois. The businesses are gone. Okay? There was even one comment made in one of the local papers there in Chicago that maybe Illinois should dissolve as a state. So do you realize they're talking tax incentives up there in Washington, D.C. They're talking health care. We're talking opiates addiction across this country. We're talking prescription drugs. We're talking crazy as hell senators up there right now. Illinois, New Jersey, the list goes on. $1 trillion. Keep in mind, Henry Paulson asked for $880 billion. Okay? This is $1 trillion. That didn't even touch student loans, did it? Folks, there's some debt piled up that we got to figure out. Are we going to start letting just states go bankrupt? What happens next? We're on the edge of some pretty scary stuff. I'm your host, BKP. Take us to break. We'll come back and wrap up.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more?